Vince McMahon of the WWE got really angry. And he sent a message to me, he said, you tell Piper, Hogan and McMahon are the only true blue WWFers. And because of They Live, WWE, Vince McMahon and Hulk Hogan, they went in the room and did a movie called No Holds Barred to answer me, because they were really mad at me. But it hit the tubes. You know, I was really happy about it. And I can't answer your question, but that's my answer.
Would be
my opponent? You know, they just stamp them out. I'd fight Gorgeous George. Do you remember who Gorgeous George was? Yeah, is anybody else Gorgeous George? You know, he's like the 50s. I would have gone back. They had a thing where they did Rocky Marciano against Muhammad Ali by computer. I'd like to do that. Otherwise, if I fought somebody right now, I'd fight The Rock, because I can kick his butt. Matter of fact, I kicked his daddy's butt, and I kicked his granddaddy's butt. Chief Peter Maivia, at least according to my memory. I love you too. You can ask me about kids, diapers, like I'm a bad abuse scholar. You know? Walker, Texas Ranger. That was actually pretty cool because Chuck Norris, he's a friend of mine. We were trained by the same sensei, Judo G. LaBelle. And Chuck Norris actually took out a bunch of his scenes and allowed me to go in and okay, I'll tell you one story real quick and then I'm going to go. Because I get asked a lot about Texas Walker Ranger and who was my toughest opponent. And it's a true story. Like, when I was 17 years old, I was in Los Angeles. And this promoter yelled to me, he said, Piper, tomorrow you're wrestling Victor Bear. I just thought it was some hairy Russian guy. I didn't care. The next night I got there, there was a 650-pound Kodiak Bear named Victor pounding down a pint of wild turkey. I kid you not. And he's out of the cage. And the instructor starts telling me, is this too hard for them? No. That's awesome.
Go ahead.
Want to hear about the bear? Yeah. Well, I'm afraid for the kids, you know. Okay. So I come in, and the bear is drinking wild turkey. And then the trainer starts to tell me the rules of wrestling a 650-pound bear. And I'm getting $25 for this. The trainer tells me, he said, you can look this up on the internet. Don't get your finger in his hind teeth because he'll bite your finger off. And you can't pull Victor's hair or punch him in the snout because that makes Victor mad and he'll break your neck. So let me get this straight. I got a drunk bear, bite my finger off, and break my neck. And while I'm watching the bear, a friend of mine I thought comes and pats me on the bum. You know, like, go get him. His name was Jay York. I said, Jay, leave me alone. So then the trainer says, Victor don't like standing on his hind legs lest he's drinking. So he had a 4-foot stick, and what he did is he jammed the stick at Victor's bum, and that brought Victor up. I'm supposed to get underneath him. All right, $25, Fresno, California. So I get in the ring, and this bear comes to the ring, and you know, when you see a bear come to the ring, that's quite a sight. And you can tell if a guy's lying because how do you pin somebody in a wrestling match? You pin their shoulders. A bear ain't got no shoulders. You don't know that. So now, ding ding, the guy with the stick, the trainer, pokes the bear in the bum. The bear gets up, I get underneath. I gotta tell you something. The guy I told you that was patting my bum, saying go get him, he put about a quart of honey, and he rubbed that honey all over my bum, and that bear took me down, and my tummy, and Victor found the honey. And he's on top of me, and this bear is licking the honey off my trunks. And he's standing on me, and he's drunk. And I'm fur pulling, I'm snout punching, and I can't get this bear off me. And then Victor finally starts taking my trunks down, because he ran out of honey. And I guess he figured the deeper in the hive, the more the honey. So now I got 6 inches of bear tongue and 8 inches of bear snout looking for honey in my trunks. And finally the trainer came and started hitting Victor with a stick to encourage him to get off me. And as he got off me, my trunks were bent down like this, and I went to get out of the ring, and I did a header, and I knocked myself out, and there I was naked, laying on the floor, and there was Victor pulling on a bell now. And that's the meanest guy I ever wrestled, Victor the Bear. I love you too. Any other questions? Go ahead.
Weiter das Mikro.
Have you heard they want to make a remake of They Live?
Yeah, I heard they're remaking They Live right now, but a couple of things. One, they're not going to have glasses in them, sunglasses, and two, they're not going to have a fight in it. You know, so John Carpenter came to me and we had dinner about 2 months ago. So I don't know if I'm going to be in it or not. I don't know that I want to be in it, because I don't like. I think I'd just rather leave it like it is. Sometimes, you know, they remake these movies a lot. I don't know. Maybe you want a better ending. You know the ending in They Live. The president of Universal, Pauling, made them change the ending because they had me dying. Instead, I was going like that. And they kept me alive in case they wanted to make a remake. So the answer is yes. You look like smart people. I mean, you know, I think Indiana Jones over here. God bless you.
Haben wir noch eine Frage?
Ja, hier.
Maybe I could give you my room number.
What do you think about Ronda Rousey using your name?
What do I think about who?
Ronda Rousey, UFC's women's champion.
The gal, there's this gal, she's using Ronda Rousey. And her trainer, Gene LaBelle, toughest man in the world. Gene trained Bruce Lee, Chuck Norris. And she asked me, she came and asked me if she could use it. And I was proud to let her use it, you know. Because it's a hard name to live up to. Sucks. I'm just getting comfortable there. Hey, Grandma. How you doing? Just going to stare at me, huh?
Okay, letzte Frage.
Fighting Mr. T. Mr. T hates my guts. So there's a long line of people who hate my guts, so that doesn't bother me so much. But like Mr. T, when he first came, the first press conference with Mr. T was on the top of Rockefeller Center in New York. So like I was late, you know, and the door was closed. They gave me all these pictures of Mr. T, and I didn't really want them, and I opened the door, and like all these cameras went off, and there was Mr. T, there was Hulk Hogan, there was McMahon, there was Orndorff, and my name tag, because I wasn't there. And Mr. T, when I walked in, he goes, "Feel this." So I squeezed his head, and I said, "Pretty soft." And we got off to a wrong track there. And he didn't like me at all, so I refused to take a dive for him. I wouldn't let him pin my shoulders, nor would I let him knock me out. One time, well, I just keep talking all day. Yeah. Mr. T was trying to make fun of me one time, and he'd wear a kilt, and he had a rubber chicken. He comes out, I pity the fool. I pity Piper. I pity you, fool Piper. I pity the fool. And he's stretching the chicken because he's going to pull the head off the chicken. But the chicken was one of those chickens from the magic chicken store that didn't break, and Mr. T's pulling and pulling. Finally, Mr. T puts the chicken under his feet, pulling on the chicken, and the chicken lets go. It was great stuff. I didn't have to do nothing, man. I didn't have to cut a promo for him. He's the only black gentleman I know that had a mohawk. The only guy more confused than I was. I just had a kill. I'll stay up here all night.
If you want to, I just leave you alone.
I'll get to know you on a personal basis. Is that your wife? Yeah? You did good. Nice lady. I got 4 kids. Anybody want one? I got a 23-year-old son, undefeated as an MMA fighter. Can't clean up his room. So lame. I've been married 30 years, so I remarried her. Because I'm 145. I want to go? You want me to go? No, I'm not going now.
You need to go.
Who's going to make me?
Roddy Piper.
I want to tell you one thing. I want to tell you something before I go. This is the first time I've ever been in Germany. And I want to thank you because you are some of the kindest people I have ever met. And everybody that comes by, all you kids, all you people, they're very respectful and honest. I get a lot of places in the world, but it's truly my honor to be here in Germany with you, and I thank you for giving me this time. May God bless.
Gehen wir gleich.